Buon pomeriggio. Welcome to Clelia's Cucina Italiana. Today we're going to be doing a nice new recipe that I just kind of made up one time. And we have chicken thighs here. Beautiful chicken thighs that the bone has been taken out and the skin. And what I'm going to do, I'm going to stuff them. So here we go. We have here about, maybe a half a cup of breadcrumb. And this is for 6, okay? And about a third of Romano cheese, a third of a cup, or maybe a little more. Okay, that seems okay. And then to that, we're going to be adding just a little bit of garlic, and then we can add a little more on top. And a little bit of thyme. I like to add the fresh herbs all the time. They make things taste so much better. Just a few sprigs, I mean, you know, whatever you want. And if you don't like thyme, I mean, you can use whatever you want. You know, oregano. I'm gonna use a little bit of everything. Spicy. Okay, this is thyme. And then I'm gonna use a little bit of Italian parsley. And I'll just put a little oregano on top at the end. Okay, so here we go. And to that, we're gonna add just a little bit of water. I'm just gonna go just enough to make it moist. Maybe a little more. Okay, maybe a quarter of a cup or so of water. Warm, cold, it doesn't really matter. All right, and that seems to be okay. And then we're gonna add a little bit of salt. I use this. To your taste. And a little bit of freshly ground black pepper. Actually, we can add a little bit to the meat, just a little. And also the pepper. Just a smidge, like that. And to that, we're going to be adding just a little bit of oil, maybe like a tablespoon. Like that. This remains. Make sure that we get this out because sometimes these thyme little stems can be a little tough if you get it in your mouth. And here we have some sun-dried tomatoes that are julienne cut. I mean, you can buy the half and you can julienne them yourself, but why do the work if you can have them all done? Okay, and I'm gonna use, this is in a jar, they come in a jar of 7 ounces or so, and this is like half. Like that. And then we can just put a little bit more on top. Beautiful. Okay, and then we just put a little bit on top here. Now, I always tend to overstuff things, so be careful because then it's going to be hard to close it. I'm just going to get a little spoon here. Beautiful, that looks good. Okay, just like a little teaspoon, tablespoon. We'll just go back if we need a little more. Make sure everything is mixed in together well, and this certainly looks like it is. And I would advise like 2 per person if you're making this for your family. 2 per person is plenty, really. Okay. And here we go. A little bit more. And a little bit more like that. Okay, and if you have a little stuffing left over, you can save it for to stuff something else. You can even put it in a meatloaf or Mix it in together. Okay, then I'm just gonna put, look, a couple of little juliennes here on top. Make sure that we get enough, because this really gives it a nice flavor. I think we got enough there and here. Like so. Okay, now maybe we'd like to add a little bit, I like it spicy, just a smidge of garlic. Now when you do it, I mean, you know, you can do your own thing. I mean, a little bit of oregano goes really nice with the tomato. If you have fresh, I mean, it's use a little bit less because it goes a long way. And just a little sprinkle of cheese, extra. And I'm using Romano cheese. I don't know if I mentioned that, because it's got a little more zip. I mean, but if you want to use Parmesan, I mean, it's fine. Okay, now I'm going to use some toothpicks. I'm not going to use those metal ones, because sometimes they're hard to put them all together. Now, when you use these and you touch it with your hands while you're doing the chicken, you might as well throw the other ones out, because, you know, we're using raw chicken here. So a few toothpicks, just throw them out. Now, what I wanted to mention too, when you put the toothpicks, make sure you count how many you put in, so then when you go and take them out, you know you didn't leave any. Okay? We're going to put, I think that 4 will probably do it. 3 and 4. I was really good. I didn't overstuff it this time. Okay. A little. So ask your butcher to give you some that are a little bit bigger. Some of them can be very small. But I have a very nice butcher that knows what I'm doing. He's Italian, so he knows. So he made sure he gave me the bigger ones, since I told him I was going to stuff them. 3 and 4. I'm going to do the same thing on all of them, so we know we have to take 4 out. Okay? Now we can go quickly here. Like so. I think you're gonna like this, because you're gonna see how nice this is. It's almost like a bracciole when you look at it, you know, but I'm gonna do it a little different. You see what else. There's 2. This is the most work, really, just closing them. Other than that, I mean, it's an easy recipe. I think it's quite tasty. I think you're going to like it. Make sure we get all this stuffing in here. There we go. Okay. This one here needs a little bit more fixing here. There we go. All done. Now, as I said, we're going to throw these out. And I'm going to rinse my hands a little bit. And we are not done yet. What we're going to do now, we're going to coat them with some breadcrumb, okay? And I think for this you just need a couple of eggs. over there. Okay, it's over here. And just quickly. So what do you think so far? They're a little different, you know, something just a little different. I know everybody's always looking for something a little different. And I thought that this might do the trick. Put a little pepper and a little salt in the egg. Okay, so then, what we do is we're just gonna dip it in the egg, and I'm gonna put it in here. Dip it in the egg like so. And then in the breadcrumb here, see? Like this. Just twirl it around a few times. And I'm gonna put just a little bit of oil in the pan. Maybe a tablespoon or so. Like so. And we bake it in the oven at 375 for about 40-45 minutes, okay? And the oven is on, nice and hot. See, once you go through the wrapping here, it's not so bad. Three. Put a little more breadcrumb here. And if it doesn't cling too well, put it in the breadcrumb, then put it in the egg, and then put back in the breadcrumb, like twice. But this seems to be doing pretty good. There we go. And then I'm going to show you another dish that you can serve with this, or you know, it's another dish, a vegetable dish that you can serve with other things too. But I thought it went really nice with this, as I will show you. And also with the breadcrumb, this is gotta be thrown out too, because it's been with the raw chicken. But I don't have to tell you that, right? You know that. Just making sure. Okay, so that all set. What I'm going to do, I'm gonna sprinkle a little bit more oil right on top. And when halfway through the cooking, you can just turn them so they get nice and golden all over. So 375 for about 40-45 minutes. And here it goes. And here we go. Cosce di Pollo Ripiene, which means thighs in Italian. They're called cosce. What do you think of this? I think it's really, really nice. You can add a little bit of parsley if you want to make it look nice. Till next time, this is Clelia. Buon appetito e arrivederci alla prossima volta. Now try this. I think you're gonna love it. And it's so simple. Ciao!